everybody. I just came on here to do a little haul. I have a library haul and I have a half price books and Ollies haul that I'm going to include in this video. So, me, my son, and my husband all went to half price books. I had gotten 3 books from there. The first one's The Nanny by Gilly Macmillan. Macmillan? I don't want to pronounce your last name horrible, but I pronounced it the best way that I could. And I got it for $3. It is a dark, twisty, and full of characters that you'll love to hate. And it's pretty much about Hannah, the whole family's nanny, left Lake Hall. I could read today. Without a trace, devastating 7-year-old Jo, haunted by the loss of the woman she loved more than anyone, Jo grew up blaming her beautiful mother, Virginia. So, that one's that one. I had gotten Liar by K.L. Slater at $5.49, which this one is like about a single dad bringing home a woman and it's becoming a stepmother. The dad's mother doesn't really care for the stepmother, and then they find out Judy, which is the stepmom, must make a decision that could lead to the most disastrous consequences. So that's what that one's about. And then I also got another book by K.L. Slater. I don't know if it's a woman or a man, so I'm just gonna assume. But it is I Know What You Did That Day, and it's a psychological thriller, and I thought it would be really good to read. And I mean, the chapters seem kind of short. Like, they look like they're only a couple pages long. They're like 3 pages long, so. And I really like how white the pages are, but that's just that one. My son is like jerking on the stand that my phone is on, so if it shakes, that's why. I also went to Ollies and I had gotten 3 books there. The one that I'm most excited about is Say You're Sorry by Karen Rose. It is kind of like, I would say, Criminal Minds, and because the guy that's the, what is it called? It's not a lawyer. Special agent. His name's Gideon, and the price was $3.99, which all of Ollie's books are cheap. They range between $3.99 to $2.99. Some are $1.49. But that one's what that one's about. It is mostly just a detective book type deal. And then I got Reverie by Ryan L. Sala, and it was at $2.99. And then the back of it said, he began to comprehend her final words before he'd slammed the door shut. I'll find you. It wasn't a threat. It was a warning, a promise she'd known. That was the Reverie. As I was saying, Reverie, some dreams chase you back. All Kane Montgomery knows for certain is that the police found him half dead in a river. So I don't want to read much more about it because I heard that if you read so much about a synopsis, you basically know what the book is about. And it was $2.99. I had also gotten Come Find Me by Megan Miranda. I know she is a well-liked author. I believe that I got one of her books today from the library, but no, that was Alyssa Cole. But I don't know what other books that she writes, but the back of it says, how often the danger lurks inside our own homes, how often we let it inside. The problem with a missing persons investigation is this: everyone is under suspicion. If they were taken, it's most likely by someone they know. A disappearance could be reported in order to cover something up, something worse, But this is different. Liam was there and then he was gone, along with the dog. Like he slipped from this dimension. Like something took him from us. So, and then the little blurb at the top says danger is closer than you think. And this was also $2.99. So, I mean, that was like a really good haul for Ollies and half price books. But I'm getting ready to, in the next clip, get into the library books that I have gotten. I have 5 stacks from the library. Probably won't read them all, probably will, going to try to. But the first one that I'm going to talk about is the one I'm currently reading, and then we will get into the other ones. Okay, so the one I'm currently reading is Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. Let me just tell you that this book is pulling at my heartstrings because I am already 175 pages into this, and I love Misha's character. Like, most people hate him. It took me a little bit to understand, like, the whole gender names, like Ren and Misha. I thought Misha was the girl, to be honest with you, but I guess Ren is the girl and Misha's the boy. And when he goes to this school with Ren, he does some things with her and everything, but I don't really like how this may be spoilery, so if it is, just like skip ahead to the next clip. I don't like how he acts like he's better than everybody else. Like, I can see that she does too, to a point, but she's trying to hold up the reputation that she's had since she was in middle school. He comes to this new school acting like this big bad boy, and I don't really care for that. But I do like the smut, so I'm here for it. I am also currently reading Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. I want to say, no grabby hands, 119 pages into this, and it has been taking me an awful long time to pick this back up. Like, I don't think I have any renews on it from my library, so I'm going to have to finish it soon. But it's just, I guess you would say it's not the type of book. Some people can fly through this book, other people cannot. I am the one that cannot fly through this book because it's just not a fast-paced read for me. Like, it's only like 2 pages per chapter, but I feel like it's a slow burn paranormal and, well, thriller. So I'm hoping it picks up a little bit because I'm already almost halfway through it. But if not, then I probably might DNF it. So there is that. And then today I went to my library. This is just like all through the spans of about 2 weeks, maybe 3. I got Paybacks, a Witch by Lana Harper. No, I do not know what this is about. No, I do not want to read the synopsis. The only thing that I know is it says the witch is back and ready for revenge, with a little help from her friends in this fresh-stilling rom-com by Lana Harper. I am here for rom-coms lately. I'm here for romance. I'm here for smut. So I'm hoping that when I pick this one up, I won't be disappointed. I love these like little moons at the bottom of it. Like, they got half moons and oh my gosh. And these like title pages are pretty. Like, look at these title pages. I'm gonna like cover up the word just because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but those are pretty. I also had gotten this trilogy, it is a smut trilogy. It is, I want to say it's burned trilogy, because all of them have burned it. But it's by Callista Fox. So I got Burn Deep, Flash Burned, and Burn Heart by Callista Fox. It's a hot, thrilling, and dangerous. It was a love that consumed me. I do not know what these are about. All I know is they are romance. And lately, the romance. I have Haunted Nights by Ellen Datlow and Lissa Morton. This is, the back of it says, Halloween is the night that the monsters come out to play. Long before its traditions became defined by mass-produced masks, blood-soaked horror films, and carved pumpkins. The murky organs of All Hallows Eve lay rooted in dark festivals and black magic, in old fables of diabolical trick-or-treaters and murderous pranks, and in tales of cursed souls lost in purgatory and vengeance and channelings. This puts me in mind of, if anybody has ever watched Halloween Town, this puts me in mind of that. I really like how it's like a shorter read. I've been flying through like the 300-page reads lately, and so I gotten 2 or maybe 3, maybe 4. I think it's 4. I got 4 Christmas books. The 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayless. I got this because I watched Gwen from Gwendolyn read this, and she really liked it. It was like a slow burn, but it wasn't like full of romance. And I thought just for the holiday, I would enjoy it. It's One Woman, 12 Mr. Rights. What could go wrong? Which I was excited because after I seen that she enjoyed it, like it wasn't like a favorite, but it was enjoyable. I just wanted to pick it up, and I really love this cover. It's like so beautiful. I had gotten We Met in December by Rosie Curtis. 2 People, One House, A Year That Changes Everything. And hang on, my son is having his 9-month-old tantrums. But following a year in the life of 20-something British woman who falls hard for her London flatmate, this clever, fun, and unforgettable romantic comedy is the perfect feel-good holiday read. So this is kind of like a rom-com. More romance, more here for it. One Day in December by Josie Silver. Beth from Beth Saul Booked read this, and she liked it. I believe she liked it. It's been a minute since I seen her review about this, or her saying that she's reading it, but 2 People, 10 Changes, One Unforgettable Love Story. I love how, like, all of these Christmas books, they all have, like, snow in the background. Like, if you notice, both of these snowy backgrounds. I'm just here for the holiday reads because, like, it's getting closer to Christmas, and, like, I want something festive to read. So, then I was reading on my Facebook book group thing that I'm in. Somebody read The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex Haro, and it's kind of, according to January Scholar, there's only one way to run away from your own story, and that's to sneak inside somebody else's. This book is a door I'm glad to have opened. When one enters a door, one must be brave enough to see the other side. So, I don't know how I'm feeling about, Like, it doesn't look like it's through the whole book, but I just... Like, these little things at the bottom... I don't know. But I think I'm going to enjoy this because I read the synopsis about it, and that's when I requested it from my library, and I have gotten it. So none of these besides 2 have I started yet. So I have gotten After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This one, I read the back of it to my husband, and my husband goes, "That is not us," because I was thinking about the whole funny parts of it that are on the synopsis. It's uplifting as it is brutally honest, a must read. And a breathtaking new novel about modern marriage, the depth of family ties, the year that one remarkable heroine spends exploring both. I really enjoy books that are about a marriage because, yes, I am married and I have a family, but I enjoy watching other people's marriages and stuff, especially, like, through the hard times. Like, not every marriage is gonna be great. Not every marriage works out. Not every marriage has all the laughters all the time. There is tears. There is all of that. So I really enjoy that this author wrote in a book about it, even if it is fiction. So I also have The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I have seen so many people read this and so many people enjoy this, and some that did not. It is a short read, even though it's a large print edition. I can't stand large print editions. That's not me. But I wanted to read it, and my library ebook had gotten sent back already before I got the chance to pick it up, so I decided to pick this one copy up from my library. I have Love Unrehearsed and Love Unscripted. I think the Love Unscripted is first, I want to say, and then the second one. But I don't know. I don't want to give anything off the back of it because I don't know which one's first, and I don't want to spoil, like, the second book if it's the first book, you know? So it's a sexy, romantic, and addictive. A heart-pounding love story that left me fantasizing for days. And that was by Jamie Maguire of Beautiful Disaster. So I'm thinking this is the first one. At last, the rest of the story that began is love unscripted. There is no rehearsal for true love. So I'm excited for, like, all of these because I think they're going to be really good. And yes, my son has to be on my lap all the time. I have gotten Blindsided by Karen Slaughter. I'm going to do my own, like, 3-day reading, readathon, reading a couple of thrillers because I want to get some of these read before they have to go back. This one is Beth's All Books favorite by this author, so I thought I would pick it up. When she said what it was about, I was, like, all here for it. She gave it, like, the synopsis in her last book haul of the year, because Christmas is coming up, obviously. So I was like, well, I'll just pick it up and give it a try. This book has, like, really small font. So I was like, well, I'll be okay with that. Then I have We Are Inevitable by Gail Foreman. If you had read If I Stay, yes, this is YA, but I enjoyed If I Stay. I felt like, I don't know if it's a movie, but I felt like it should have been. And, I don't know if it is a movie or not. My son has to drop everything. Okay, so then this one is about what if what you thought was the end of the story was really just the beginning of the next chapter. E. Lockhart, David Yoon, Christine Rico, I want to say her last name is. She published Again But Better, but she is also a YouTuber, so she gave this a really good review. So I'm hoping, like, it's a very small chapters. Like, the words are huge. They're only like 3 pages per chapter, so maybe I'll enjoy it. Who knows? Then I just picked this one up from my library today. Oh, and my son is dropping things again. It's Chevy Stevens' Dark Roads. I still have Still Missing that I have not read. And I picked up one of her books and just could not finish it because I just was not interested. This is her newest one, so I'm hoping I will be interested in it. The Cold Creek Highway stretches for 500 miles through a rugged wilderness. For decades, young women traveling the road have gone missing. Motorists and hitchhikers, those passing through or living in one of the small towns scattered along the region, have fallen prey time and again. And no killer or abductor who has stalked the highway has ever been brought to justice. So that sounds pretty good. Kind of enjoying the books that I've gotten. I have also got The Innkeeper's Daughter by Bianca M. Schwartz. A gritty, steamy series opener full of dark twists and hot thrusts. This is in the twilight of November, a November evening, Sir Henry March, a man of wealth and charm, and a secret agent from the Crown, comes across a badly beaten Eliza Broad, desperate to escape her cruel stepfather. So it's kind of like, it's a steamy romance. And I'm here for it. I have gotten all 3 of the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I got this because my husband started watching A Wheel of Time, and like I kind of got into like the sci-fi fantasy vibe, so I decided, hey, I'm gonna pick this up. It is Sometimes I Worry That I'm Not the Hero Everyone Thinks I Am. So that kind of sounds good. Can an evil that has ruled for 1,000 years be defeated? I mean, if you're not into like fantasy or sci-fi, then those really wouldn't be up your alley, but they're up mine. So I went today and I got another. This was the 4th holiday read. It's by Kristen Higgins, In Your Dreams. It's got a little cute puppy on it. Everyone loves Jack Holland, but Emmeline Neal needs him. Like, I read the back of this when I was in the car after waiting on my husband, I believe. And, I mean, it's like a really floppy paperback, or mass market, I should say. And I am excited to give it a try. I have The Lost by Mari Hanna. Betrayal wears many disguises. Nobody understands the many faces of cops better. He has her child, the only one she'd ever have. It would kill her to learn that he was missing. Alex arrives home from holiday to find that her 10-year-old son Daniel has disappeared. It's the first case together from Northumbria CID officers David Stone and Frankie Oliver. Stone has returned to his roots with 15 years experience in the Met. Oliver is local, a 3rd-generation copper with a lot to prove in a secret that's holding her back. So that sounded really good. I have a couple of Penelope Douglas books, and I didn't know that I would enjoy her as much as I am. So I probably will have to go back and get some more, but there's some off Kindle Unlimited, so I'm going to probably read those. Sir? Do you mind? This one is called Misconduct. And I think it's like, this whole book is hot. Penelope Douglas just keeps getting better and better, so. I think it's like, a tennis player sports romance. This one is what I'm probably going to pick up after I read, Punk 57, and it's because it's also has Mason, like, he pops up in this series. It is also a series. It's Erica. I was told that dreams were our heart's desires. My nightmares, however, become my obsession. His name is Michael Christ. So, but this is also like I said, it's a trilogy. It's a series, I want to say. But I like how at every one of her books, like this one and then Punk 57, has a playlist at the beginning of it. And like Punk 57 has like Avril Lavigne and stuff like that. And I really enjoyed that. I think that book is called The Devil's series. I don't know what it's called. But this one does not have a playlist, but this one does. So I can't wait to start more of her books. I have In 5 Years by Rebecca Searle. I was reading this on ebook and I got to chapter 14, page 94. I have little over halfway left, and it's an okay book. Like I said, I just have to be at the right mood to read this, and right now I'm kind of in the smut rom-com vibes, so I'm going to do that instead of read this one. I have The Invited by Jennifer McMahon. I want to pick this up soon because I think my hold is ending soon. But it's a chilling ghost story with a twist. So I'm trying to speed this up because I'm already at 17 minutes. So there is Behind Closed Doors by Elizabeth Haynes. Wow, I need to read today. Haynes is a master at building tension to unbreakable heights. 10 years ago, 15-year-old Scarlett Ransford vanished while on a family holiday in Greece. Was she abducted or did she run away? I don't know, but that sounded really good. This one was just because I picked it up because of the cover. I thought it was pretty. When All the Girls Are Sleeping by Emily Arsenault. Every word will chill and thrill you. I used to be like these girls, beaming and bright-eyed, moving with light, tapping steps and moving, and not this ghostly shuffle. That was before, of course. Soon enough, they will learn. I will teach them what it feels like to be in the ugly after. That sounded really good. I have When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. It's a thriller. Rear Window meets Get Out in this gripping thriller form of critically acclaimed in New York Times notable author in which neighborhood, basically, for sale signs are popping up overnight in the neighbors. She known all her eye for disappearing. So that sounded really good. I have It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. Sir, do you mind? You're interrupting. Here. Okay. Tessa Bailey is back with Schitt's Creek. This is what it says on the back. I don't know. I've never watched Schitt's Creek, so I'm hoping it'll be a good one. I have L.S. Hawker, The Drowning Game. It's also another thriller. They said she was armed. They said she was dangerous. They were right. Then the last of these books are these. I have The House in the Dark of the Woods by Laird Hunt. And it is... I adore this book and found it entirely spellbinding and scary and strange. It's a strange read. Once upon a time there was and there wasn't a woman who went into the woods. So it was about a woman going into the woods. A thriller. Then I have The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher. And I've heard a couple things about this. Stephen Graham Jones blurbed it, and it's about a newly divorced woman living in or helping out her alien eccentric uncle at his house, which doubles as a tourist hotspot. So it's a thriller, horror. Then I have 2 haunting books. The Haunting of Ashburn. It reminds me of, like, those haunting shows on TV that you can watch, The Ghost Whisperer, stuff like that. That's what that reminds me of. Where I don't think it's The Ghost Whisperer. I think it's when all of those people go into, like, ghost houses and, like, talk to the ghosts. That's what this one reminds me of. There's something wrong with the Ashburn house. I can't wait to read this. And then I got Whiteland by Rosie Higgs. Something's out there and it wasn't his sister. You're only going to get burned by what monsters she calls into the night and girls who go looking for them. So it is about, like, a girl that goes missing and ends up becoming a killer, I guess. And then I got 2 last smut books. It's Alex by Harper Sloan and then Cage by Harper Sloan. They're completely opposite. One is they're about 2 different men. In fact, fate has been a downright bee. Greg Cage was born to protect. So they're kind of smutty books. So I'm looking forward to reading all of these. Probably, like I said, not all of them. But I'm going to end out this vlog here since it's already 22 minutes long and that was a giant haul. I probably will not go back to the library until all of these are read. So if you want a reading vlog on one of them, please comment down below. Links or subscribe, like. I would have been enjoyable. I hope you guys have a good time and enjoyed my video. Thank you.